Hello, everyone. I know it's just not my usual live streaming time, and I'm just popping on really quick. I know I've been really quiet in the last couple months, had a lot of stuff going on and things that I'm working on with my business and some personal things as well. And so I just wanted to kind of give you an update on what's going on and kind of explain why I haven't been putting out much content lately. Well, first of all, so I've been working in a series of workshops for both local and online students. And also, sorry about the noise, and also I've been having camera issues. So a few weeks ago, my old camcorder died. I must have worked it to death. And so a couple weeks ago, I purchased a new camera, a nice Canon 80D, and I got a Rode shotgun mic with it. And I am having issues. I can't seem to get it for some reason to record in dual mono, and so I'm having all sorts of issues with the sound just coming out in the one side, and I can't seem to in the editing software that I use. It doesn't have a pan. It doesn't allow me to switch it so you can hear it out of both speakers and what have you. So it's a big mess. So I've got this lovely new camera that I'm feeling really not so happy about right now because it's more the microphone than the camera itself. So if any of you out there is really tech savvy and you know about how to get it to record in dual mono to the camera and so that I can actually get it going, I'm so frustrated. So yeah, please let me know. Let me know if you have any advice at all. But that's what's been going on. So I haven't been recording any videos because I feel really uncomfortable with the idea of putting videos out so that whether you can only hear them in one side of your speakers or your headphones. So I'm trying to figure all that out, trying to sort that out. It doesn't really make sense to record them that way and post them. It would be kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. So I tried actually using my phone today to record a video, and that didn't work so well either because I've got this chronic problem with I'm a little bit of a pack rat when it comes to photos and videos, and even though I save a lot of things to the cloud, I just have an issue with them. So my phone, I don't even have a ton of apps on my phone. I do have a few apps for my kids, but so my phone tends to be always full without a lot of space. So I went to go record and I had everything all set up, and then I realized I only had 2 minutes and 27 seconds of recording time, possible recording time. So yeah, anyway, that's what's been going on there. So I just wanted to fill you guys in. I am working on it. I am working on trying to get out more content to you really soon, and I feel bad that I have been very lax in that. So I'm not trying to abandon you all. And the other announcement that I wanted to make today is that ordinarily I do my live streams at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Time on the second Sunday of the month. My father-in-law is coming up to visit on that weekend, and so I think I'm going to be doing it this coming Sunday. So be on the lookout for that. I'll try to make sure that I put it in the live stream as a scheduled live stream so that you get a notification when it's coming up. Any questions? I actually probably should scroll down here to see if you have any questions. Oh, hi, Kashmir. If you're not answering live questions, I'm out of here. Oh, okay. I can answer a few questions if you are still around. Glad you're okay. Oh, yes, thank you. Hi, Samuel. Hello, please. I asked you this a few times in comments, but never got an answer. I cannot find a video I've seen on your channel with a guy, musical singer, who tried to help with tensions. So that's it. So I'm curious about that because I don't know if you've been on Patreon or not, because I don't post videos of my students. I don't do that for a reason because the only exception I've made was when I was working with my 12-year-old student Bella last year, and we were working on nasal vowels and using that to kind of help her through the passaggio break area. And so I got permission from her and from her mother to post that. But typically, I don't publicly post videos with me working with students. So I'm not sure where you've seen that. Because I have posted things on Patreon. I've got 4 different students who have male students who've given me permission to post videos of them occasionally. So I'm not really sure where you saw that. So it's here on YouTube. Yeah, I don't have any videos with me unless it's unless it's been like an interview. If it was an interview, that would be a different story. But I don't remember anything about that. Hi, Chris. Um, yeah, sorry. I don't know. I don't know how to. Yeah, tensions. Have you seen my video on superhighway tensions? I don't know. I have a video on that, neck tension, superhighway tensions. I've talked about tongue tensions and jaw tension. I have a bunch of videos on that topic, so it's kind of a lot of what I do in my job is working through tensions with singers and helping them. So yeah. Hi, Chris. Anything new with you? Said it's been a long time. I always forget to put it on live chat. Am I missing anything? Yeah, I don't know. I guess Cashmere, Double Moonchild has left us today. That's fine. I've only got a few minutes really. I have to get ready to take my daughter to her dance class in a little bit. So, yeah, I just want to give you these updates, let you know what's going on with my YouTube channel. Let you know that I've just had some glitches and some challenges personally and professionally and things that I'm working on. I do plan to also, just so you know, I'm working on a series of workshops and such that I'm going to be able to open up to the public. I just did a local workshop this past Saturday, singing 101 workshop, and I'm going to be doing a few of those locally in different towns and cities in southern New Hampshire, northwestern Massachusetts. Oh, thank you so much, Omar. That's very nice of you. Yeah, so I'm doing that, and I'm hoping to do. I've had some requests for twang. I know I have some videos on the topic of twang, but I think one of the things I want to do is I want to take a topic like twang and do like a 4-part series. And I would do like 4 videos that you would have access to, and then we would do maybe a group lesson at the end of that. So a fifth part for that would be a group lesson where we could go through and you could sing for me if you wanted to, if you felt comfortable doing so. I could work with you one-on-one in that group lesson setting, and then we can work through some of the application aspects of twang or something to that effect. And then I'm working on some other topics too, but that's the first one that I can think of. Samuel, okay, tell me more about the Patreon, please. I know Patreon, of course, but like, do you post such videos there? Are there many of them? Do you recall the one I was asking about? I've posted several videos on there with my students, so yeah, I don't know. So Patreon is, I have it set up right now that I am not currently posting any new content on Patreon, so it's kind of a donation only. But all the existing content, all the different videos with me working with students and the instructional videos are still on there. So I think the lowest donation is like $1. And if you just donate $1, you have access to all of that. But yeah, so what I've done is I've taken Patreon, and most of my patrons from Patreon have moved over to the Singwise Academy, where I do a whole lot more with them. So I do weekly modular training videos due to the camera issues. I'm having issues with that too. But I do monthly group lessons, and singers can post their singing for me to give them feedback. Sometimes they'll do a personalized video lesson in response to the singing, and just give advice. And then also fruit fly. And then I also post extra videos of things that I've been learning about and what have you, and master classes I've attended and things like that. So that's what I've been doing, is focusing more of my attention on Singwise Academy, just so you know. But yes, you can definitely access those lesson videos if you like. Let's see, Robert. What is the best exercise to get more chest voice fullness in high head voice notes? So that's a really interesting thing. So I think that there's really an auditory illusion that we create when we're in full voice up higher in the scale. When you're up in that higher part of the range, you really can't be in, I mean, you can be, theoretically, you can be in chest voice for a fair bit of your scale, but then there's the risk of you weighing your voice down too much. And I find that when I bring up too much pure chest voice weight, it just sounds shouty. And I can carry it up quite high in my scale. But the key there is, as you go up higher, is to allow some thinning and allow that proverbial passing of the baton from your M1 chest voice coordination to your M2 head voice coordination. And I think that a lot of it is more about the compression and keeping the compression in the sound, even though the compression changes, and even though there are some muscular changes happening. I always just refer people. I'm going to record a video if I can get my camera stuff worked out. I'm going to be recording a video this next week on compression again. I know I've recorded a previous video on glottal compression, but want to just take a slightly different approach to it, or a different angle on the same exercise actually. So the no, sorry. My 10-year-old son is sitting there with a lighter. They want to light a fire outside apparently, like pyromaniacs. All right. So it's like a staccato exercise, and the idea is to get a little bit of that kind of glottal stroke in there, like that like you've seen something great. And the key is to kind of keep that exact same on every single note in your scale. And when you do that, the vocal instrument just figures it out. It just kind of adjusts appropriately for the pitch that you're singing and for the dynamics and such. So what you'll find is it feels a little bit different. And when singers tend to go into falsetto or go really light in their scale, is you'll start to hear oftentimes like a hum. You'll hear like a release. It won't be hum with the mouth open, but hmm. I don't know if you can hear that. But basically they're releasing air first before they're bringing the vocal folds together, kind of releases some of the pressure, but learning not to do that is really critical. And then learning to be able to sustain the tones afterwards, I find is really helpful. So I will post a video on that and explain it a little bit better than this. Like I said, I've got to get going in a few minutes to my daughter's lesson, but let's see, Robert. Oh, that was you. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yoo-hoo, hi. Too bad they are not in Georgia. The local master classes and workshops, yeah. But like I said, I'm going to be working on a series of online master classes and workshops. I think that will be really beneficial and just cover some real fundamental aspects of singing. Chris, I'm having problems singing the word high on F sharp above middle C. It sounds like I'm saying hell. Sorry for that word. Well, yeah, the difference between high and hell. It's a slight difference. I wonder, see, this is what I suspect. So there might be something in the vowel that you're using that's doing that. So, and yeah, without hearing you, it's hard to know exactly what's going on, but it could be also that the H is interfering with your ability to bring the vocal folds together, and that is causing the vowel to become like phonetically altered, we'll say. Sometimes that happens. I'd like to be able to hear you, of course, to know what's going on there. Do not know. Yeah. Feel free to send me a little clip or something if you like, and then it'll give me more information. You can even just message me on the Singwise Facebook page, and yeah, in a private message or something, and then it'll give me more information about what's going on there. But I find like sometimes singers unwittingly modify vowels. They don't realize that they're doing it, but they do it to make the vowel easier to sing for that particular pitch and for the coordination that you're using for the register, we'll say. Hi, Matt. Nice to see you. Oh, and Lisa, don't mean to ignore you. Thank you for your informative videos. I've used the information. Oh, good. I'm so glad that they've been helpful. Robert, thank you. Look forward to your video on compression. Okay, good. I'm glad. Yeah, like I said, as soon as I can work out my camera issues, I'm going to start posting videos again. But right now it's so frustrating. I feel like I just don't even want to get started knowing, like it just seems pointless for me to record them if I can't figure out the sound issues. So yeah, I messaged Dr. Dan yesterday because he had mentioned me in his Voice Essentials Facebook page, and so I messaged him. He's at the ANATS conference right now, the Australian National Association of Teachers of Singing, and I asked him specifically, I'm like, hey, you got the same camera, same mic, so how do you get it to record so it sounds like it's in stereo? Like mine's just not even coming out dual mono. I don't know what's going on. So maybe he has some tips or pointers, but again, if any of you know anything about tech stuff, please let me know. Let's see, Matt. Gosh, if a voice teacher tells you you're a high baritone, but you feel more comfortable in your lower register, are you wrong? Not necessarily. It really depends. I think sometimes voice teachers, and I know, Matt, you just started lessons with this teacher not that long ago. I think it may be premature for him or her to classify your voice. Personally, I would wait until you've developed your range further, and you can sing almost the entirety of your range comfortably and skillfully. And I would wait personally. I'm not ever in a hurry to classify a voice. I might have suspicions about a voice and what repertoire might work really effectively for that voice, but I wouldn't be in a huge hurry. It is possible that she is wrong, but it's also possible that you're kind of putting yourself in a little box, pigeonholing yourself. And I know you've been trying to figure out your FOC for some time, your voice type, and I I would just be patient. I would, again, at this point, just sing what is comfortable for you, but at the same time, let it be a physical comfort as opposed to an emotional or mental comfort. Sometimes we have mental comfort zones, and those mental comfort zones dictate what we allow ourselves to do physiologically. So sometimes trying different rep, even though we're not 100% sure that it's us and we can sing it, is actually going to open things up for us. So again, I think it's too early to put yourself in a box at this point and label your voice this or that. Luca, hi, I have a question. How can I improve my falsetto tone? Because it sounds very weird. Where should falsetto resonate? I don't do a lot of falsetto work with students, but when I do, because most of them kind of just naturally do it on their own, I would tend to go more toward the whoop and holler. Woo-hoo, hoo, woo. I kind of start from that place where the vocal folds are together, even though falsetto technically the vocal folds are a little apart. But when you do that, you get this feeling of the voice kind of sitting in a certain place. I always tend to feel like behind the alveolar ridge, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you'll feel it when it's right. So I start with that as a starting point, because to me falsetto is very much in that whoop timbre oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes, and it's just the vocal folds are slightly, apart with falsetto typically. Okay, I'm not really sure, Matthew, what that question is. Do I have AIDS? I'm not really sure what that means. Oh yes, this is where I could really use somebody like Linda to moderate. I know she's not here right now. All right, Matt, I'm really just trying to feel around my voice. It's difficult to grasp the voice as a beginner. It is, and that's okay. Because right now you're just exploring. This is the time, and I've said it before, this is the time where you just explore your voice. You just enjoy whatever it is that you end up singing, and go for that. So, all right, guys, I do have to get going to go take my daughter to her tap class and such. And I think in the meantime, while I'm trying to figure out all my camera issues and what have you, I think what I'm going to do is maybe do a few more live streams. Maybe we'll here and there. I should just be doing more live streams to begin with. Now that I'm kind of more comfortable with the technology, I should be able to actually just hop on whenever I choose to and surprise you guys. Not always schedule it. And Eniola, hopefully I got that right. Eniola? I find that after I've sung for not too long, my voice cracks or I cannot sing for much longer. How do I prevent this? If you've been singing for, you said not too long, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what not too long means. But let me see. Do you get dry when you're singing? Are you hydrating well enough? That's the first thing that I look at. And if it's a crack, like a technical thing, I'm not really sure. It's hard to know. I feel like I'm in a rush and I can't really spend much time with your questions today. I cannot sing for much longer. So you said your voice cracks, so you can't sing for very long. So that says to me that there's something that you're doing that is that's a little bit off in terms of the coordination, that's causing your voice to kind of tire and be unstable. And again, feel free to send me clips or something to the SingWise Facebook page, and I'll be happy to listen to them. See, Samuel, when vocalizing any vowel with very low intensity vocal function exercises, should there be absolutely no difference when you sing F3, F4, F5 under your chin down to the voice box? No, I wouldn't say that. Are you talking like the tensions here, the tonicity of those muscles, or are you talking about the height of the larynx? because they're going to be differences. At some point when you get higher up in your range, the larynx has to go up. I mean, it's kind of an unavoidable thing when you get up high enough in your range for that to happen. Bye, Robert. Sorry for eating your no, Samuel, not eating at my time at all. I just hopped on really to kind of announce things and to give you some updates on what's going on with my camera situation and my video situation. And say yeah, tension. So yeah, you really there when it's just if you're just speaking in terms of tensions underneath here, you shouldn't really feel a lot unless you're really engaging, like tongue root, for example, which is kind of these muscles here make up the floor of the mouth, and the tongue. If you look at a picture of the tongue, the muscular fibers of the tongue go into the base of the mouth, the floor of the mouth. So oftentimes when singers go up higher, they tense the tongue a little bit. As the larynx starts to rise too, they may even engage those suprahyoid muscles to pull up on the hyoid bone, which in turn pulls up on the larynx. So you may feel a sense of more tension here, but ultimately the goal is not to have it tense up. Even when the larynx does start to rise, you shouldn't feel much of a difference here at all. All right. So I'm going to go. I don't want to be late. My voice teacher won't take me much below F4 in the bass range. I can send you one. F4 is like the F above middle C. Do you mean F3? All right. Well, we can talk more about it, okay? I know, Matt, you and I chat sometimes on Facebook, so feel free to message me there, but I do have to get going today. All right. So it was good kind of hanging out with you. I know it was sort of a surprise, impromptu live stream today. And like I said, I'll probably do some more of these. And maybe we'll have some more special guests show up that Linda can take care of next time. So I will see you on Sunday. I will see you this coming Sunday, which is a week earlier than ordinarily. I would ordinarily do the live stream. And yeah. All right. I will see everybody then. Okay. Bye. Have yourself a good day or evening, wherever you are. Bye.